Welcome to the Posh Club!
Posh Club is essentially a anti-loneliness project. We live in a central London parish with all the presenting problems, of which loneliness is pretty high up the list. And we'd had several attempts at addressing this on our own, most of them pretty lamentable. I was put in touch with Simon Casson, who's the founder of Duckie. He was born and bred in the parish, and we were putting our heads together about how we might address this.
We run clubs, and actually we run clubs for extraordinary populations and groups, and what we wanted to do with the Posh Club was to run something that we would like to go to when we were older, and from that came the Posh Club. So we wanted to find something that older people would like to do, that was during the day, that was comfortable, that allowed them to dress up, that gave them security, that gave them love, and also, most of all, took them out themselves, took them out of their homes, got them to meet new friends, old friends, stopped them being isolated, a bit like the old working men's clubs really. That's where the idea came from.
We did decide to have an opening, and we saw the decor of what St Pauls was actually transformed, just like the Ritz. You walk through that door, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And it's really taken off from there. Fantastic, beautiful.
The Posh Club is for anybody over 60 years of age. What happens, our church hall is turned into a Paris nightclub. So people are welcomed, taken to tables. The tables are all beautifully laid out. Beautifully served teas, coffees, cakes, music going in the background. And part of the Posh Club as well as 4 cabaret acts. Can be anything: opera singers, jugglers, fire eaters. We don't do shabby because nobody deserves shabby. We believe people deserve the very best. There's a whole culture of posh and say little details, like, you just don't put out a Formica tablecloth, you put out a linen one. And you don't have old mugs, that are advertising Layne paint or something and got chips on them. You have absolutely lovely cups and saucers, and people scour the local charity shops to get really nice stuff. And people get them onto their feet, have a bit of dancing, wonderful playlists, and it just ticks all the boxes.
A lot of people come not knowing what to expect, and I think older people, when they've not been used to going out very often, feel nervous and not sure what's going to happen, and whether they're going to enjoy it or whether they're going to find anybody to talk to, or whether anybody wants to talk to them. And the minute they walk through the door, I think everybody just goes, "Oh, this is not what I was expecting," and they smile a bit to themselves, and then they relax, and then they have fun, and it's that joy of seeing them come into a space that's new to them, and being able to just embrace it and be part of it and want to come back week in, week out.
My daughter came here once because there was somebody who was a volunteer who said to England, "You must bring your mum, it's just the place for her." That was years ago, and I've been coming ever since, and I can't tell you a better place. It is superb, it really is.
It's a lifesaver for many older people who, most of them were stuck at home with no way to go.
The pandemic obviously brought lockdown in its wake, and the term lockdown says everything. People were locked down, and no amount of Zooming or FaceTiming can really make up for just being in the same room as people.
It was detrimental for them, being locked down for so long, seeing nobody. We were just coming to the door, looking for food that was bringing our leave at our doorsteps. So when it was time for us to come out, some of the older people, I was able to connect with them, give them that confidence to come out. I mean, some of them are still scared.
A lot of stuff that's on is on in the evenings, so people don't necessarily want to come out for that. So the Posh Club answers so many of those problems. It runs from 12 till 3 o'clock every afternoon. Our church is well situated, it's in a safe site, it's easily accessible.
You know, my work is mostly around helping people that have mental health problems, older people, and I know what it is to be indoors. 3 months lockdown. It was hard. So I'm in sympathy when I speak to my ladies and they say, Barbara, you know, I need somewhere to go.
It's the only thing I go out to in the week. Somebody gets onto the stage. You think, oh yes, what's this? And they start to do something. Somebody will sing, and then they do some dancing, and they do some stripping, and that's the sort of thing. The program is extremely varied. So you pay a £5. Can you think of a better way of spending a £5?
But it is about encounter as well, and taking people a little bit out of their comfort zones. And one of the lovely things that you see when you walk in there is diversity in all its manifestations. So it's enabling people to make new contacts, to have confidence again. People, you know, I know when I'm on my own for a long time, I lose social confidence. You need to get back. You need to practice it.
I enjoy coming here and seeing the joy of those people, mostly that coming from the nursing homes, and I look around to see how they can enjoy themselves. Some are in wheelchairs, but just the thoughts of coming and meeting people, and not only from the homes but outside the home, and discussing and dancing, someone holds someone's hand and still enjoying themselves, you know.
And I can't think of anything nicer. It is so appropriate to go out and do something that's, if you think of a nightclub, yes, so the things are just a little bit naughty, which is brilliant.
It's about laughing, it's about meeting new people, it's about getting up and shaking a leg, and all of those things together, and really making people feel welcomed and cherished.
It's just brilliant, and people will be desperate for it. So we've got a queue going around the block as soon as we open now. They're like, you know, we open at 12 o'clock and some of them are here at 10 o'clock sometimes because they want to get in there and they want to get their chairs.
So I would advise anybody who wants to start the Posh Club, get on with it.